Hello, welcome to Mindovermania. My name is Christian, and I'm going to be your tarot reader today. I am doing another pick a group reading. We have 4 selections here, and today's topic is going to be what are they thinking and feeling about you right now? This is not gender specific, not romantic specific. It's just we're tapping into that person's energy and figuring out where their head's at right now currently. Keep in mind that this is a collective message, so only take what resonates, and if you would like further details about your specific information, feel free to contact me and book a personal reading. Starting with pile number 1, we have this Galaxy Obsidian. Pile number 2 is Rhodonite. Pile number 3 is Lapis Lazuli. And pile number 4 has garnet mixed with something else. I don't quite remember what this crystal is, but it sure is pretty. Anyways, before selecting your pile, make sure you have both feet planted on the ground, take a couple deep breaths, and use your intuition to select which pile is best for you. The best way to make sure that you are not confusing your energy for your person's energy is to please make sure that you clear your mind first before selecting a pile. That way, whenever you are imagining that person, allow that person to guide you to your selection rather than trying to alter the results. Anyways, though, I will see you at your pile. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 1 with the Galaxy Obsidian. All right. We're going to start this pile off with a little bit of a vibe check to make sure that this is your pile. Otherwise, you may have to select another pile if it doesn't resonate with you. And then we're going to go ahead and get into thoughts and feelings. Okay, so whatever's going on in your situation with this person, something is unresolved. Okay, so I feel like you want to pull cards about the situation just to get more clarity. This person's been very inconsistent in their patterns with you, and I feel like either someone's talking behind somebody's back, this is most likely you, but this person might also have some secret hidden agendas, and so you're trying to disclose that. I don't really get a good feeling for this situation, pile number 1, I'm not gonna lie, just because this lack of clarity feels very kind of intentional on this person's part. Maybe they're intentionally hiding their feelings. I feel like this person has a little bit of a misogynistic view, or they feel entitled. There's some kind of an energy that maybe you're not aware of with this person, because I'm feeling some deception. We've got cowardly, okay? Unlovable. Forceful. Plugged, tuned in, internet connected. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is your energy, and it's kind of caused by this person's actions. I feel like this person knows that you're kind of in constant turmoil. Maybe this is something that whenever you were in a relationship with this person or connected to them, they always saw you as being chaotic or filled with angst, or there's some kind of a judgment that this person made towards you where they can tell that you don't love yourself. Okay. And this is something that I feel like you're aware of this, or maybe not fully to the extent of how unlovable you feel, but by you reaching out to this person constantly or spending so much time thinking about these or kind of like your problems in general, this person is picking up on that, all right? I don't want to get too much into the thoughts and feelings, but essentially you're feeling unlovable in this dynamic with this person because of their actions, because of them maybe not necessarily communicating them with you, the way they treat you. There's definitely a feeling of being discarded, okay? And with this cowardly energy, I feel like your feelings towards this person is, oh, they're just being cowardly. They're not showing up for me because they're scared to express their thoughts and feelings, or they don't know how to. There's a lot of excuses that you're making for this person when it really doesn't feel like this person lacks confidence. This feels very intentional. Same with forceful. Okay, maybe you were trying to force a situation that's come to pass. Maybe you wanted a romantic partnership with this person. Maybe you wanted a friendship with this person. But there's something about you were trying to force a dynamic that wasn't meant for you, and this person saw you basically sabotaging yourself. So they were like, "Hey, I'm gonna get what I can out of the situation," but yeah, I feel like there's a lot of self-sabotage. With this plugged in, tuned into the internet, I feel like you guys are a little too connected to superficial things. There's a bit of a reluctance to go out into the world. Maybe you have social anxiety, maybe you've got some insecurities, maybe you're afraid, unlovable. Take what resonates, but with this tuned into the internet, I feel like people can kind of tell that you don't get out much. And this reluctance to release what you're seeing online. Maybe you choose a lot of pick a card readings because you're trying to have access to some kind of an information that you already know. This unlovable card, I feel like, is really like the deep-rooted insecurity that's underlying this message. So just sending you guys a lot of love right now. Sending you a big hug. Because you are lovable, and I feel like because you're just caught in this pattern, that doesn't mean that it's going to stay, and we can get you the tools and tricks to kind of get out of this self-fulfilling prophecy, because I feel like by you inquiring about this particular person, as I said, with this cowardly energy, it's kind of like a projection. I feel like you're not standing in your power towards this person, and they know it. They know that they are taking advantage of this situation, and I feel like you need to step up a little bit in protecting yourself and setting clearer boundaries, and to also not consider yourself a coward, okay? With this particular group, there's just a lot of self-sabotage, but a lot of it isn't because you're weak or because you don't know how to protect yourself. It's because you just have a deep sense of lack of belonging. You're very spiritual. You've been through some things for some of you. And I feel, though, more intentionally, someone taught you to ignore the red flags of this person and other people. And because of that, you tend to neglect yourself and self-abandon. And because of that cowardliness, you're projecting it onto this person when really you're kind of calling yourself a coward. And I just want to let you know, because you have been conditioned this way, you are not a coward. You are not needing to act on fear, but you need to be aware of it so that way you can make the choices and to not force situations that are not meant for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the more specific thoughts and feelings of this person for you. Yeah, I feel like maybe you had a confrontation with this person. I heard like, oh, they're blowing things out of proportion. They blew things out of the water. You know, this person is maybe narcissistic in their tendencies. Maybe sometimes a little abusive. I'm not going to lie. Take what resonates, but there's a lot of kind of energy here of this person knows exactly what they're doing. As I said before, they know you're hurt by this situation, and they are not taking action because they're trying to express their own form of control over this. And I just get the feeling that this person doesn't respect you. I keep seeing like kind of like the person that's like kicking a dog at their feet, you know, like they're viewing you as the dog because you keep groveling towards them. And it's very disrespectful. I don't like how this person views you because it's really demeaning and not cool. We've got do it, but don't do it that way. Keep your mouth shut. Following my heart leads me to happiness. We've got ascending, lost, ghosted, blocked, cut off. Crickets, silence, non-action. Wish, hope, praying, yearning. Invading. And manipulation. Yeah, so I don't even know if I really need to go into the cards because this is just a summary of what I was talking about before. I feel like your spirit cards are the ones saying do it, but don't do it that way. Um, there's something about how this person is receiving your behavior towards them, okay? Because I feel like this group is very self-critical, and I feel like this person's kind of mocking. Now granted, this is the wounding of this person, okay? This person I can tell definitely has mommy and daddy issues. Definitely the type of person that was shamed for showing weakness. Definitely not very progressive, or somebody who likes to fake being progressive. With this invading energy, I feel like they just kind of watch you. You know what I mean? There's kind of like this energy of they feel like they see your light, but they don't connect with it. And that's why this invading energy, they feel like whenever you, for example, like I see you kind of coming up to them and being like, hi, how's it going? You know, and you're trying to like either send signals to this person, or you're just being nice. You may not even be thinking about the way you're behaving towards this person. But this person views every act of your ounce of kindness as in a misogynistic light, or as somebody that's like, hey, this person is trying to manipulate me. This person is not who they say they are. And this person was also intentionally taught to reject spiritual light. Okay. I definitely feel like this person had a difficult childhood. With this lost, ghosted, cutting off, I definitely feel like they were emotionally cut off very early in their youthful development. And they see you as well, they may have ghosted you, blocked, or cut you off, or maybe you did this to them. I feel like there's a little bit of a mixed bag here, but like you're feeling lost in this relationship, and this person, I feel like maybe because you stood up for yourself, this person's kind of like they can't conceptualize why you would do this. With the crickets, the silence, non-action, they're really not thinking about taking action towards you. They're just waiting. They're seeing the empty bench and they're thinking to themselves, they're going to be back. But they're curious as to why you left, because maybe you left without an explanation. There's just some kind of a confusion because this person doesn't take you seriously. They don't take your actions seriously, and a lot of it's because like you're sitting here wishing and praying and hoping that this person's going to change. You know, they see you rising. I definitely feel like this person is observing you, not constantly, but it's kind of like this weird predatory, like, they every once in a while check in on you. It's not like they are obsessively watching your social media or things like that, but they do watch, okay? And they're keeping an eye out because they're not sure if you're gonna reveal something about them, or there's something about they're secretive about how they go about doing things. And so with this wish fulfillment, I think you're wishing for the wrong thing. With following my heart leads to happiness, I feel like you guys are desperately hoping that this person feels the same ways towards you. And I want you to understand that this is a spiritual lesson for you in manipulation. Okay? Because this kind of person, they want you to keep your mouth shut. Okay? This is the type of person that you may think they're a dream come true, but if you actually got close to them, you'd become trapped. And the reason why they're not letting you in is because you wouldn't keep your mouth shut. You're the kind of person that you have so much bright light and you're ascending, so as you're healing and growing, when you end up with this person or around this person, you're not going to stand back and say, hey, I'm going to just ignore that horrible thing you said about this person over there. This person intentionally keeps people around them that don't speak up, that like to play things safe, that like to just brush things off. They hide behind those people intentionally. They know you can see the manipulation, and that when you walk away because people like you, it's going to be a signal to everybody else that something's wrong. And that's why they're not allowing you in. Again, I see your energy. You're hoping and you're praying and you're yearning for this energy. Don't. This is a trap. This is a spiritual lesson for you, to show you that it does not matter what this person thinks and feels towards you. You are projecting light onto a person that is manipulative. And it's okay to walk away. It's okay to feel frustrated and confused and not understand what's going on with this person. It's okay to understand you don't know what's going on between you and them. However, you're being highly encouraged to remove this person from your life, to take action towards your highest good. And whatever your intuition says to act on, stick with it. Because I'm going to show you that over time, as you choose more and more, once again, I will not keep my mouth shut. I will not allow this person to walk over me. I will not be a safe place for this toxic behavior. Some of you guys with this stalking energy, you are misplacing a romantic lens and intention on predatory behavior. And you need to be very, very discerning with that, okay? It is not like in the movies, it's not like Twilight, okay? If Twilight was an actual real life scenario, people get creeped out, okay? That's what I'm saying about this person is not thinking of you in a healthy way. And these crickets, that silence non-action, is confusing to them because they think, or they're just not sure if you're going to keep your mouth shut or not. They're not sure if you figured them out yet. And they're not sure if you're going to speak up. Okay, now you get to determine on how that plays out, but their thoughts and feelings for you are not at all in alignment with what you're projecting onto this person. And I just want to say I'm sorry, because this happens to a lot of great people. This is not your fault, and you were blinded. And, manipulative people, it's not your fault. You're not going to always be able to anticipate and see everything and see it through all manipulations. But take this as a warning and a lesson that your spirit guide team is protecting you, that you have good people around you, and that take this message to heart, so that way as you choose to walk away from manipulative people, you'll begin to see the pattern, and you're going to stay very far away from people like this, and you're going to be protected. But you have to make that choice. And back to this unlovable feeling, I want you to understand that you are so kind and so beautiful and so worthy of amazing things. And I know that's hard to believe when you're alone, but I want you to understand you're not alone, and it's better to be alone than with this kind of person. Okay? Protect yourself and love yourself as fiercely as possible right now. All right, sending you guys a lot of love. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you are interested in a personal reading, please consider booking me. Links in the description down below. And make sure that you tell yourself that you love yourself today. You deserve better. And take a stand against this kind of BS, because at the end of the day, there will always be the same number of jerks out there, but you don't have to give them your time and energy. Okay? Anyways, thanks for being here, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Hello, everyone. You have chosen pile number 2 with the rhodonite crystal. And this is going to be your reading about their thoughts and feelings towards you. Okay, we're going to start with a bit of a vibe check to make sure that this is your pile. If it does not resonate, you can select another pile, or maybe there's multiple piles you get drawn to, whatever you're feeling. However, it's just going to keep you on track to see if this is what your reading is. This is going to be a bit of a vibe check in order to figure out if this is the right reading for you. Obviously, take what resonates. But here we go. Let's see what's kind of going on between you and this person. I feel like you have a lot of feelings towards this person. I don't necessarily feel like they're all good feelings. I feel like there's been a conflict with this person in the past. Because it just feels emotionally overwhelmed. And I'm also hearing like emotionally stunted. So maybe you did not grow up in a home learning how to express big feelings and thoughts. And so you just kind of kept everything trapped inside. But it's almost like I'm seeing like a balloon that's about ready to burst with all these thoughts and feelings and emotions. I see you as wanting to run up and tell this person everything you think, both the good and the bad and the ugly and everything in between. And you gotta just kind of slow down a little bit. This energy feels very frantic, or just overwhelmed or just wanting to just unleash and push past whatever you guys are going through. My gosh. We've got karmic, so third-party relationship lesson. We've got unawakened. Interview, talk, conversation, get on same page. Muse. And threatened, embarrassed, and appearances. Okay, so I can just feel how frustrated you guys are with this person, because I feel like with this interview, you want to sit down and confront this person or just talk. Like, I can see you literally being like, you, sit in that chair right now, we're going to have a conversation. And even if you sat there and did that, you'd sit there and be like, where do I even begin? How do I even talk to this person? Because it feels like every time you try to have a conversation, their response is 2 words. Or it's almost like you feel like they don't care. But you're also not entirely sure how this person's going to respond to what you say. So for some of you, it's the kind of avoidant, anxious person who's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to just brush this off. But they're secretly listening and admiring what you're saying. Or this is a person that they genuinely want to listen to what you have to say. I feel like your relationship with this person is overwhelmingly positive in general. However, it is kind of strained and tense at this time, or maybe you're just unsure and you're wary of the results of this conversation. So again, because you're just bursting with all of these thoughts and feelings and emotions, it's just so big inside of you that you are trying to find clarity about where are they at before I can basically drop the bombshell, or basically before I just go and embarrass myself and dump all of my personal thoughts and feelings on somebody. With this unawakened card, though, I do want to caution you, because this person is not aware of how much you have trapped and stored inside. So if you are planning on talking to this person, don't trauma dump on this person. You're going to overwhelm them and they're not going to get the point of your conversation. Try to release some of this energy out of your head, either journal, sing it out, talk about it with a friend beforehand. Just get it out of your head and release it emotionally, and just like, it's I don't want to say like burst your bubble, but just try to relax a little bit and really sit there and try to put a container around the big thoughts and feelings and say, hey, we're not going to hold back and hold it in, but we are going to put like a bit of a container around this bubble, so that way we can say, hey, I can support these feelings. Because right now, it almost feels like you don't have a structure or a balance, or maybe there's something going on in your routine that you're not fully able to appropriately release these thoughts and feelings that build up over time, and then they just explode all over the place. It's almost like I'm feeling like diarrhea, stomach issues, just like bleh, like you can't fully process what's going on. And with this third party situation too, maybe this is something to do with another group of people, another person. Maybe you are trying to talk about a situation that wasn't necessarily evolving directly you, but you're just trying to get some clarity on what's going on and what's going through their head. With Muse, this person that you may be inquiring about might be creative. You might be a creative person. Maybe the situation that's going on between the two of you inspires a lot of creativity. But I'm also feeling there's a lot of forward motion with this group. So you guys are really trying to like push through a situation, or you're trying to accomplish bigger dreams. And so you're trying to make a determination with this person. Are they in alignment with me? Are they on the same boat as me? Are they with me? Are they against me? Or with this threaten card, I feel like you're afraid of confronting this person or talking your thoughts and your truth. And this embarrassed about appearances, I feel like you guys work so hard to keep up an image that nobody else even believes is in alignment with you, which is kind of strange. It's almost like you think other people are judging you on certain things, and it's like other people have a completely different cue card. So don't be fake around this person, or don't try to be so self-critical and judgmental on yourself, because other people are judging you on their own qualities, and you're never going to know what's on that list, if that makes any sense. So I know you're afraid of looking stupid in front of this person, but this person does take you seriously. Okay? And I think that you're just being kind of harsh and judgmental on both this situation, this person, and also about what you're feeling threatened about, if that makes any sense. Um, if you are feeling threatened, but I do feel like there's something about the dynamic between you and this other person that does threaten your ego a little bit, and so you're feeling a little shady, a little certain kind of way. All right. Anyways, though, we're gonna go ahead and get into what are their thoughts and feelings towards you. Oh my god. Oh, this is a joke. What? What? What is this energy? Oh my god. I feel like there's something about this person's energy, man. They're like laughing. Or you should be laughing. I don't know. Like maybe you're afraid of this person laughing at you, but like this pile feels so unserious. Okay, you guys, this person doesn't give a shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This person really truly does not give that much of a flying F about your doubts and fears and worries. Okay? Like I know you're pent up and you're feeling a certain kind of way about this situation with this person, but this person really does not want you like they're like there's no justification for all of this buildup. Okay? I literally feel like they're kind of just like slow down. Take a deep breath. Go out in nature and release this and then come back and sit and have a conversation because I feel like you're going to step on some toes if you don't watch how you address the situation. We've got listen to their advice, it means something. Yeah, I feel like this person has some good wisdom sometimes and I feel like they like what you have to say. Okay, so I'm going to start off with that. So basically, this person has good advice and has a pretty sound head on their shoulders sometimes. Sometimes. I feel like this person's kind of like, sometimes they can be wise and pretty good at handling things, and other times they can be kind of, they'd say they're kind of dumb. I think it's just being human, but they kind of are just like, it is what it is. This person has more wisdom than maybe necessarily smarts. Maybe more like the street smart. But the one thing that they do admire about you is they like your advice. They take what you say into consideration. So it means something. They know that when you speak up about something that you care. Okay, especially like if you're feeling this anxious and overwhelmed, they're like, "Oh my god," like cuz their first emotion and thought is, "Oh my god, this person's freaking out. This person's freaking out. How do we solve this?" But then as they get to know you, they've realized, "Oh, you don't know how to process your emotions and feelings." Okay? And so that's why this person, I don't want to say that they're dismissing your advice, but they're like, "Hey, come back when you have a bit more clarity and when you're feeling more grounded." Okay? Because there's something about needing to ground and process your emotions and thoughts before you start getting into fights with people or start accusing people of things. Hang on to your butts. Okay? So definitely there's kind of this energy of they feel like you know how to rock and roll. They feel like there's something about this person. They think you're a good time and they kind of like you're feisty. They like the fact that they know when you roll up and you pull up with this kind of energy, that you're gonna be spouting some pretty great advice. Okay. But also at the same time, they're thinking, hey, you kind of need to hang on to your own butt a little bit. Sometimes you can get so caught up and warped in your own situation that you're not staying grounded within yourself. But they like that about you. They're like, sometimes people need to be that kind of unhinged because at least it means you care. Don't let emotions cloud your heart space. Use your heart. Yeah, that's kind of how they're feeling, is like saying, hey, don't get over emotional about your relationship with this person and with others. Because again, I feel like in general, this person they feel warmly towards you. They do feel kind of strongly. I feel like they really admire your heart, and yeah, they've got a place in their heart for you. Okay, this is kind of sweet. I don't necessarily say it's romantic. I think it's like they're kind of like anything goes, but they admire how awesome you are. Okay. We've got self-discipline is needed now. Yeah, they feel like because you're ungrounded, you need to just respect yourself a little bit and kind of get back into a routine of, you know, cleansing your energy out, figuring out what do you need right now. I feel like this person is a little bit concerned about either your mental health or your state of well-being, and they're just saying like, "Hey, we love you, but figure out what you need right now. What do you need to get better? What do you need to make sure that you're functioning throughout your week to week basis?" Okay? Because yeah, you've got great plans. Yeah, you want to go and do this and this, but like if your routine's not down and you're not doing the things that you need to take care of yourself, or you neglect them when times get tough, they're saying, "Hey, we feel like you deserve the peace of mind of taking care of yourself." And this person's willing to help you too. Take what resonates, because I don't feel like all of you guys are in contact with this person, but if they are, I feel like this person is willing to support you. If it means having a vent session, maybe going out and getting a couple drinks, or maybe just saying, "Hey, let's just chill and watch a movie." You know what I mean? Again, I feel like for some of you guys, it just really depends on your situation, but the self discipline, is just something that this person's noticing within you. And I feel like too, a lot of you guys, it's kind of not your fault. Some of it is, but a lot of it's kind of they recognize that not all of the things that you do is related to not being good enough, if that makes sense. It's not like you're out there choosing to not take care of yourself, right? They recognize that you work hard and that you're trying. Um, we've got remember the goal. Okay. So they're just kind of saying, "Hey, we understand that maybe you're having this boy drama, this work drama, this health drama, whatever, but remember where you're going, okay? Because I feel like this person sees a lot of potential in you, and they're having a hard time reconciling with the fact that you keep losing sight of your goals. You keep losing track of that. And they're like, "Come on, we need you to go do this thing. There's this exciting world and opportunity out there, and you're getting distracted over a relationship. You're getting distracted over this drama that has nothing to do with you." Like they're kind of like, "Come on, like get up." They don't blame you per se, but they are kind of disappointed because I think that they're like, someone who gives such great advice, it means something. Like what you can do and what you're doing for other people has a huge impact on other people. And that's why they're kind of saying like, "Hey, I know you're asking about me, but remember your goals. That's more important than what is going on in our situation right now." Yeah, I just feel like this person is like concerned. And yeah, like I said, like I feel like this person just, there's something about, they know something about you that's so special, and they keep trying to be like, "Hey, if I was in your shoes right now, I wouldn't be asking a tarot reader about this. I'd be going to either my real self, or I'd be trying to set up an appointment to figure out what is the next step? Where do I go?" Like they're very much being like, "Hey, we want to be helpful to you and not be indirect about it." Okay, we've got autumn, release the old and rest. Yeah, so if you are reading this pile during the fall, regardless of what season it is when you're watching this pile, I am feeling like there's this energy of things are changing, leaves are falling, and now is the time to allow things to kind of be released, to kind of push away from stuff that's not serving you and settle down for the winter. There's kind of this energy of you need to be shedding your leaves, okay? And understanding that if things are not working perfectly right now, that's normal. That's okay. I feel like if you've been through some things recently, it's okay to rest and take a break. There's no shame in that. And if anything, this person kind of feels like you. So, for example, when they're saying like the release the old, I see old here, and they're kind of like being like, "Hey, you don't have to act like an old maid. You're young." Okay? Like some of you guys, maybe you're just so jaded and hurt by things that they're saying like, "Hey, you know what I mean? This isn't like the last year of your life. You can be a little less serious." And I feel like this person wants you to kind of lighten up a little bit. Like I feel like you kind of can be a little harsh, or you're just trying so hard to like, you're just judging yourself for very human things, you know? And so allow that cycle to just say, hey, I'm in my autumn phase right now. Means maybe I'm gonna wear some spooky clothes. Maybe it means I'm gonna just drink some tea or hot apple cider and sit by the fire and just kind of let things rest. You know, this was a long year, and especially post pandemic, there's a lot of things that happened, and so I think you deserve your own kind of rest. And this person thinks so too. We've got Sage, be devoted and committed. Yeah, I feel like this person admires your commitment to either spirituality or to your creativity and yourself. This person recognizes that you are, again, there's something about like the insight, and with be devoted, I feel like this person really likes the strength that you have to be devoted to something bigger. Maybe you guys notice things that they never paid attention to before. So like, say you go into a craft store and you're observing the fabric and you go, oh, I know what that symbol means and blah 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 blah, and then you start talking about something that's really, unique and interesting, and this person goes, wow, I never would have noticed that. Or there's just something about the way that you kind of light up a room. I'm seeing like the expression on this person's face, and I feel like this person looks forward to seeing you in the room. And maybe there's a little bit of maybe a secret admiration, but I feel like, this person's just warm towards you. And you cause them to smile, and it's really cute. Okay, that's why they're just like, please don't be so serious, because they love it when they see you happy. And if anything, this person's trying to figure out, like, I mean, they're not going to take any action because they believe that you're capable of managing your own emotions and thoughts, but at the same time, they're like, I wish there was some way to get through to you that you're special. But I don't know if there's anything I can say to you, because I feel like you're just going to ignore it anyway, you know? Oh, guys, pile two. Druid, hold the space. Yeah, I feel like you hold space for this person. This person admires the fact that you can bring light to the dark. So I'm seeing like that shining crystal here. And you kind of guide them through their own darkness. And I notice like with the white hair too, it's almost like they kind of see you like as a sage, or maybe you have light hair. Maybe this person has dreadlocks, or maybe they're kind of a hippie, or they view you as kind of a hippie, someone who's like really connected to the earth and one with nature. Yeah, I'm seeing like all the leaves and the trees and whatnot, and so there's something very earth-based about you that they're drawn to. With the holding the space card, I think because they recognize you as someone who can hold space for them. I think you don't always acknowledge that this person can hold space for you too. Maybe like they kind of just think that you don't allow them inwards, but they're strong enough to handle you. You know what I mean? I don't know if this person is a masculine energy. Take what resonates, but I just feel like there's kind of like a masculine protective energy that says, hey, you're safe in this space. Okay? And they like to see you when you're feminine. They like to see you when you're goofy. They like to see that creative artsy side of you, and it makes them smile and giggle to themselves. I feel like they also sometimes laugh about your jokes that they randomly remember that you said, and you didn't even remember them, but they remember. Something about also too with lighting candles. Maybe they like the smell of your room or your house because they're like, oh, I know this person always smells good, or they look good. They pay attention. Again, there's something about like maybe they like your feminine qualities regardless of what your gender is. But I feel like this person just notices things about you that you don't notice about yourself. We've got irresponsible with a guy and a girl. Yeah, I feel like this person does not approve of your dating choices. Or maybe they just feel like you know how to call out their irresponsible dating choices. There's something kind of reckless about this. So maybe they kind of are like, maybe they lost respect for you about maybe a comment you said about a dating relationship or a certain person, or maybe there's just kind of like this, they'd do a shotgun wedding with you. I don't know. There's kind of like a mixed bag. Maybe this person's irresponsible and you're irresponsible. Maybe in two different ways, but there's some kind of a match going on here. I don't know. Something about with like the top hat or whatever. I feel like this guy's kind of like, I mean, maybe I'd be interested in this person, but I know within myself I would not be able to lock that down. Like, nah, I don't whatever. I don't take things as seriously as this person does. So, but they do just want you to loosen up a little bit. If anything, they think that you being so strict is kind of reckless because it blocks you from the joys of life and being able to release all that stress and tension. We've got excuses, so they feel like you kind of make too many excuses for allowing irresponsible people in your life. So maybe it's like, oh, I'm a bright, shining light, and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, then why are you hanging out with that jerk? You know what I mean? Like, why are you making excuses for that person? And they're kind of like, something's not adding up. You know what I mean? So they're just kind of being like, hey, like, with these excuses, don't be so hard on yourself, but like take a little more responsibility for your actions, okay? Hold your head up and be strong about it, It's like, it's okay to make mistakes, but like excuses are another thing. Especially when you're repeating the same ones over and over again, like a mantra. Settlement, agreement, compromise. Yeah, they're saying like you can compromise between having fun and settling down a bit. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of just being like, hey, it's okay that you let go of this situation, but now's the time to take the time and really evaluate strategy. Where are you going? What are the good decisions that you're making? And what are you trying to bring in? And how are you going to keep that grounded? They're like, you're wise as hell. So why are you making these kind of decisions? They're kind of confused about this energy, and only you can answer that because this person's kind of at a loss. But I feel like if you were working with a therapist would be like, oh yeah, well, here's the whole DSM, okay? And then unconditional, genuine, certain love. Yeah, all I'm gonna say, guys, is to kind of wrap this reading up. This person thinks you're genuine, and they do love you to some capacity, okay? This person, maybe they don't, like, there's something about like maybe a little bit of a lack of respect at this point because of the decisions that have made, but it's not like the disrespect of like you as a person. It's more of they're like, hey, I don't really trust this person's in the headspace right now to be making sound decisions. Maybe you've been mismanaging your money lately, or you've been low on funding, or there's some kind of like a not managing your emotions. But this person does still care about you and they see so much bright light in you. So I don't know. I just want you to know that this person's in your corner, regardless of if I don't see this person wanting a romantic relationship. I feel like with that irresponsible energy, they're kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not really feeling like moving towards that one, but I like you, and I respect the advice that you have, but I'm going to be irresponsible in my own decisions, and you can be irresponsible in yours. So, yeah, and for those that are not romantic, I just feel like you just need to understand that unconditional love, they like you, all right? And it doesn't have to be anything more than that. Anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for checking out this reading. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed these messages. If you are interested in more information about this person, consider booking me for a personal reading. Please consider booking me for a personal reading. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 3 with the lapis lazuli. And this is going to be your message on what are their thoughts and feelings towards you. Each pile is starting with a bit of a vibe check to make sure that this is the right pile for you. If you feel drawn to other ones, then there may be messages in those piles as well. But yeah, this should be an indicator of what's going on between you and your person, so then we can go ahead and get into their thoughts and feelings about you. Right off the bat, when I was trying to channel messages or just kind of clear out my third eye, this person, I don't know if it's your energy or the other person, but it feels like there's just a lot of like extra energy that needs cleared out between you two, but there's kind of like an excitement. So it's kind of like, I feel like when I was trying to ground, my feet just wanted to keep like tapping and be like, ooh, I'm so excited. So I can definitely feel like you are trying to anticipate what's going on with this other person. Because either you're trying to be like, oh, does he like me? Or does she like me? Or maybe it's a little more innocent where you're like, oh, I wonder what Christian's gonna pull for this. I I don't know, there's just a lot of excitement and brightness on your part, so maybe you have a lot of energy, and this person kind of feels a little bit more mysterious, okay? I don't know if they're, I don't want to say more grounded than you, but I feel like this person tends to be more just surface level, casual. They don't show their hands. They don't show their cards. Okay? And it's almost like they keep a good poker face, okay? So you're kind of being like, "All right, I got to know the tea." You know what I mean? Maybe this person's masculine, but I could also feel like a divine feminine that's very like mysterious. So regardless of if it's a man or a woman, this person's got some femme fatale energy or just something about them that you're like, ooh, I wanna get to know them. I wanna get to know. All right, we've got guarded. Okay, so you feel like maybe this person feels guarded towards you, or maybe you've been a little guarded towards them, but you got like the pink little, or sorry, not pink, the blue butterfly in the hair, and for some reason I'm feeling like there's like a bow in the hair. So maybe this is like that kind of person that, you know, seems like goth and emo and scary, but then when you see them do something really cute, you're like, "Aw, maybe they're a sweetie. Aw." I don't know. I feel like you're trying to like figure out who this person is under the surface, or like, you know, maybe there's been some death in this person's family, or maybe you've experienced something recently, but there's been a lot of change, I feel like, in this person's life. Definitely giving some Scorpio vibes, represent. We've got emptiness, once again with the skull, okay? We've got more death energy. We've got fear, okay? Yeah, I feel like this person, maybe they're into, like, gothic stuff. Maybe you are. Maybe you're a goth girly. I don't know, but there's something about, like, that dance of the macabre, okay? Maybe you're listening to Ghost and some other heavy metal bands. I don't know, music might be useful for figuring this person out. We've got recalling, reminiscing, memories returning. Yeah, so maybe there's an element of nostalgia with this person. So maybe this is a relationship from your past that you thought died, and you're kind of like, is there a resurgence of feelings with this person? I feel with the fear card, you're kind of afraid of what this pile's gonna reveal to you, because I feel like you're like, oh no, Christian's gonna drop a truth bomb, and then there goes the rest of this relationship. And I just want to let you know, like, don't go to tarot readings afraid, okay? These are supposed to be helpful and useful, and while I am a person that's very direct and clear, you know, I also want you to understand that it's meant to be helpful to you, and you don't have to come in with that energy, because I think that that's kind of tying into this death energy where you're resistant to messages that you know, like, things need to get resolved and cleared out. You know, not everything is supposed to last forever, and some of you guys are kind of like, oh, I'm clinging to hope that maybe this person's gonna come back, and like, I think you gotta let the past kind of lie for a bit and move forward without needing to know the answers. Okay, because there's some kind of an energy going on here where you're like, I refuse to let this relationship die, or let let the past be the past. And it's like, it's not the same as things were in the past between you and this person. Okay, maybe life moved forward, maybe you changed, this person changed. You have no idea, but the point is that this point in time is different than when you were having this kind of relationship in the past. And so I'm very careful to remind you that fear is holding you back from moving forward. Maybe you don't want to move on from the idea of this person because maybe they were your best friend. Maybe they were someone that was really close to you. But the past is no longer here, and you need to accept that and move forward to get the most out of this reading going forward, okay? Because with that fear card, you're afraid you're not going to find better. And so that's why you're asking about this person, is because you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, if they come back, then everything's going to be the same, or things are going to be better. And I think both of you and this person have changed in ways that it may not work out now, you know? I think you need to take that into account, that other people do have lives going on outside of what's going on and outside of this tarot reading, and you can be checking in on them as much as possible, but they're going to keep making decisions for their best interest, and you should consider doing the same for yourself, okay? Allow that version of you to kind of take a rest, you know? Put it to rest and say, hey, I don't have to bring the past with me anymore because I'm not the same. Maybe pieces of you are the same, but not all of you is. And you gotta kind of maybe update your software internally, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this person's thoughts and feelings for you at this time. Yeah, this definitely feels like this is like nostalgic. Someone from your past, someone maybe you had a deep relationship with. I definitely feel like there's some hurt here that happened between you and them, but it all feels like it's like old. So either you and or this person have not fully grown up or grown past this situation. Maybe they're having a hard time letting go as well. I don't know. This kind of feels, I feel like you and this person kind of mirror a lot. So I don't know if this is maybe not necessarily a twin flame thing, but I do feel like you guys are similar in some regard. Okay. So I feel like there's kind of like this nostalgia for the past. Maybe you're like, oh, pre 9/11 days, everything was better when we were younger. Maybe that big bad thing that happened that destroyed someone's family, that came in. I just feel like this person's been through a lot, and that's why they don't wear their feelings and thoughts and emotions on their sleeve. Okay, because I feel like they're protecting themselves, and they're protecting themselves from you specifically because I think they know. Like, I feel like this person's good at identifying your thoughts and feelings, maybe sometimes better than you can. And I think they don't want to show you how they're truly feeling. I feel like this person doesn't want you to know their truth. What's the point? Why are you doing this? Yeah, they're kind of like, well, what is the point of me sharing my thoughts and feelings with this person, aka you, when I don't even have a good grasp of it myself? I feel like they feel you mean well, but they don't trust that you know how to handle your own emotions, and they don't trust that they can handle their thoughts and feelings when they're around you. Because there's something about you that causes them to be a little bit unbalanced or shaky, and they don't like that relationship with their vulnerability with you. Again, I feel like you mean well, and they recognize that, but the why are you doing this? They're kind of just like, what? So you're just gonna walk in, make me feel good, and then what? Like, you giving me a hug and snuggling with me. I mean, like, yeah, that's great and all, but that's not going to change the fact that my mom died. It doesn't change the fact that the world's going to hell around me. It doesn't change the fact that I don't have enough money to pay for things. There's kind of a depression that this person's in. And I don't want to say they're suspicious of you, but they're kind of just like, they're not used to opening up. They're kind of closed off in general to people. And for you, I feel like they're not sure that like this feels like the person, they feel like you're the kind of person that there's something that they recognize that you can connect with them on, but they're closed off to that connection, if that makes sense. Authentically. Get an outside opinion. Yeah, I feel like there's something about, maybe you go to them for advice, or you're trying to talk to them and you're like, oh, well, maybe I can get them to open up with this and blah, blah. And like, this person's smart. They know what you're trying to do. Okay. And they're kind of just like, I see them as being like, why do you keep coming to me for advice? You can figure this out on your own, or this could also be maybe advice from spirit to be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't check with a tarot reader. Maybe you should ask a friend of this person to kind of see what's going on. Because there's something that this person's not telling you. And I think also too, it's appropriate for them to be allowed to have privacy. Okay, whatever's going on in their personal life, you trying to figure out what's going on is kind of an invasion of their energy. And they kind of don't like that. Especially if this is like a witchy person. Maybe part of the reason why you've been trying to get readings on them is they are subconsciously disrupting all of that. They don't want you to actually know what's in fact going on with them because they're protective. And this person doesn't have to practice magic to do that. That's why, I mean, one of my ground rules is if someone's energy doesn't want to be revealed, I'm not going to reveal the personal stuff going on, but I'm only going to channel what is within the bounds of this reading. Something good will happen soon. Yeah. I feel like their relationship with you, I think, is good in general. I feel like there's something about you that reminds them that better days are here. Regardless of this kind of depressed energy, I feel like there's something about you that gives them hope and lights them up. And that is something they want you to know. With their thoughts and their feelings, there is this energy of, oh, group number 3, whenever they come in and they're smiling, it's like, yeah, it doesn't help, like, it doesn't hurt when you're around, and that in itself is a good thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys, like, maybe you kind of come in and you try to be like, "Oh, if I'm just like bright and shiny, I'm just gonna like warm up the room." And it's like this person's like, no, they're very resistant to change, and they're resistant towards your light because they don't want to be forced into it, but they still appreciate the warmth you give, if that makes any sense. Yeah, this is definitely angsty Scorpio energy. Dang, guys, calling me out here. Okay. All right, tragedy, forbidden love. Yeah, there's some kind of an energy here of, um, this person is just, they're kind of caught up in, maybe they're trying to keep up appearances. Like I see like with the hand covering the face, there's something that happened in their personal life. And so they really don't want to be in the spotlight. So it's kind of like you come in and it's like you're the light that's shining in this person's face and they're like, "Hey, get out." Like it's kind of like putting a flashlight up to a bat, okay? And so it's kind of just like maybe this person's felt very excluded in life, and so your welcoming presence maybe not necessarily feel as welcomed as you think. But at the same time, also this person kind of needed that light getting shined on them. You know, it's kind of like, hey, you need to kind of get out of the dark for a little bit and start coming towards the light because you can't live in the darkness completely, okay? Like as much as you have these dark thoughts and feelings, like it is affecting your mental health. It is affecting your physical health probably. With this get an outside opinion, I feel like, they need your opinion to kind of keep them grounded and out of this space. And so I think that's something that they're starting to recognize about you and in your relationship, because you do give good opinions and insight. And even if it's like, because they're very smart, maybe you're not as smart as them, or maybe there's kind of an energy of maybe you think two different kind of ways, but this person recognizes that, hey, even if they can't fully relate or understand with what you're trying to say, they also acknowledge, hey, I kind of need to get out of the dark a little bit. And you do that for them. Gossip, petty, jealousy, envy. Yeah, I feel like this person can be a little jealous of you. I don't think this person admits it. Maybe it's because, they're seeing like you with all your friends or whatever. There's something about gossip, and maybe this person was really hurt by women in the past, or maybe hurt by gossipy people that maybe spread lies about them. With this tragedy, it's like I kind of feel like this is that person that was a social outcast, and so maybe they don't trust because of the standpoint that they're, when they see this group of people or they see people in general, they're immediately thinking, oh, they must be gossiping about me or they must be talking shit. And that's causing them to close off even the great relationships, right? But some of that, there's some truth in that, and maybe that is something that you do that maybe you're not aware of, that this person, when they see that, they go, oh, you're just going to end up talking shit about me too. So I'm going to walk away from that. Again, take what resonates, but like there's something about this person is weary of other people. So if they have opened up to you in the past, it's because they trusted you. But maybe you shared something in the past with somebody that you shouldn't have, or maybe there was just kind of this energy of, oh, this person's not as safe as I thought. So you just got to make sure that you make good choices in terms of how you want to respond with this person, because they've got trust issues. And they, they're allowed to have privacy, and just because you're talking with your friends and you think it's helpful, they know. Okay, so this person kind of, I feel like this person kind of doesn't want to admit it, but they're kind of acknowledging that it's like, hey, if I open up to you about something and then you're telling other people about my personal stuff, I'm not going to come closer to you because I don't trust you, We've got void. Yeah, this person's kind of stuck in the void. Maybe they take what resonates, because for some of you, this person's, maybe they're using you to fill a void. Maybe because they're like, hey, I need some friends right now, but like this void inside of them can't really be filled by relationships. So maybe they've been through some sort of thing or experience. Maybe they have an addiction. Maybe there's something they're trying to fill a space that's inside of them that they can't seem to close off. And so maybe some of these people are trying to protect you from turning into that, or they are just kind of being like, hey, you're kind of filling the space until I find out what's actually going on. But they're really not doing too much to work on this energy because it's kind of just this gap, I feel like, between their ribs or something where it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't feel anything. Oh, there's just like a lot of death energy with this person. I feel really bad. We've got repelled. Yeah, they're definitely kind of repelled. And with this water, it looks like they're kind of drowning. So maybe they're feeling a little repelled from you or towards something else. Again, maybe this person's very political, and so they're kind of feeling down right now with everything that's happening. Magnetic, unexplained pull, can't resist. Yeah, so their thoughts and feelings towards you, there is a magnetism that you have, all right? With this unexplainable pull, can't resist, I see you kind of being like pulling their hand and being like, yeah, I'm leading you out of the darkness and blah, blah, blah. And I think if you've done this for this person in the past, they're really appreciative of it. I feel like with that jealous energy, I feel like they are jealous of a light that they can't see in themselves, but they see in you and they see in other people, and they're just like, why can't I have that? And that's kind of that void. Is the void is kind of their own creation inside of themselves, and they're not really paying attention to the light that's inside of that space. Like, there is something inside that void. It's just dark right now, and they have to remember to turn the lights on. I mean, I'm even having that right now because it's getting dark here. We've got refocus. Okay, so there's something about I feel like this reading is a lot more about themselves, so maybe they're reflecting and refocusing on other things in life. I noticed with both of these girls, their back is to them, so maybe you walked away from this person, and so they're kind of just like watching you walk away, and they're not wanting to take action. Maybe they're feeling you leave and being like, oh, well, okay, there she goes, there he goes. I'm not going to change anything because everything is in the void. Okay, so with this kind of energy, guys, I want you to understand that if you had to walk away for your mental health, if you had to walk away because you couldn't connect with this person, it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility to pull them out of their darkness. They got to do it themselves. They have to reignite the fire inside of themselves. And you should be refocusing on your path, because I feel like there's something about, like, maybe you change your sense of style. Maybe there's something about you that's like really motivating them. I feel like they're kind of following you, if that makes sense. So it's like, like I said, maybe you kind of went through this enlightenment, and so you said, okay, I'm pulling my energy back, so now I'm going to go and pursue something that's different and that's better and more aligned for me. I feel like by you lighting your own fire, this person's going to recognize their own spark. Okay? And I think that's kind of beautiful because, maybe you guys saw a spark in this person and you were getting annoyed by, like, oh my gosh, I don't see the light in them. It's like, well, you were also neglecting that in yourself, right? And I feel like they kind of feel that too, but they're still focused on this energy. I see, like, with the hand covering the mouth, like giggling or something, like, I don't know, maybe they think you're secretly kind of funny, or like, maybe they're hiding around a group of people, but they're secretly kind of shy, and maybe they're the gossiper, and they don't want to admit that about themselves. I don't know. This person, there's just so much mysteriousness, and some of you guys get annoyed with this type of energy, so yeah, maybe you're trying to figure, like, what is with these Scorpio people? And all I can say is it be what it be, okay? It's just the nature of the beast. We've got Archangel Michael, protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Yeah, I think for some of you guys, maybe you're concerned about this person. They are safe and protected. And I also feel like you're protected from this person's energy as well. This person doesn't like to acknowledge that they're protected. I don't know, maybe, is this person an atheist maybe? Or maybe there's somebody that's very, like, they're super divinely connected, but they're so resistant and in denial that it's kind of laughable. With the prevented from harm, yeah, I feel like you guys just need to know that, like, they're gonna be okay. All right? Like, this person, maybe they talk about suicide, maybe they talk about depression, maybe they talk about all these other things. This is just kind of reassurance that, I mean, obviously, if this person's at risk for them to themselves, contact the right people. But in general, I think whatever that tragedy happened in this person's life, maybe multiple tragedies, I think this person's just, they're in a death stage right now, and they are growing out of it slowly but surely. But that refocus energy, I mean, like, they need to be focusing on their growth. And I feel like as you grow yourself, as I said before, they're following your sign and lead, because it's kind of like, okay, I just came out of the aftermath, now what? And eventually, you'll start to see the color come back to them, and they'll be able to start moving again. All right. Excuses. I feel like this person makes a lot of excuses when it comes to you. So maybe when you try to hang out, they flake or they ghost you, or maybe there's this energy of like, woe is me. While I believe this person does make excuses, I'm also going to say that don't really be too critical and judgmental of this person, because I think that whatever this person went through was kind of earth-shattering. And I think you need to be careful when it comes to that gossip to be like, hey, it can be kind of harmful if you're saying this person's making excuses when it's like, this person's like, I lost a family member that was very important to me. Maybe I lost multiple family members. Maybe there's like you don't know what this person went through, but I'm just saying, like, for someone to be in this type of grief energy and grieving, there's no excuse for judging this person, because I think that their feelings are justifiable, and if you really care about this person, you let them experience what they need to and refocus on the light. Because by you focusing on the light and continuing to just shine and not worry about judging or trying to fix or heal this person, you're going to do a lot more good for them, because then they'll be able to ignite within themselves what they've had all along. Okay. Again, with that, something good will happen soon. I feel like that's how they feel towards you. I think they know that you're going places. I think, like, there's something about, like, when I'm sitting in their energy looking at you, that there's just a smile that starts warming them up ever so slowly but surely. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just like, it just bursts into a smile. It's like you melt this cold and darkness inside of them just by being you. Okay? And so continue to shine your light, continue to be yourself. Don't try so much to avoid this person, but don't go out of your way either. Just be. And again, just watch the gossip around this person, okay? Because they are listening to you, and they are very sensitive with this tragedy too. Okay? Um just be aware, okay? They're very sensitive. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the reading. If you want to learn more about what's going on in your situation, please book a reading with me. You can find links down in the description below. And thank you so much for stopping by. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff to support me. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 4 with the garnet crystal with other stuff mixed in. And this is going to be your reading on how this person thinks and feels towards you. Okay, we're going to start off with a bit of a vibe check to make sure that this is the right pile for you. If you feel drawn to multiple piles, then there might be multiple messages. So take what resonates. This person's pile is very interesting, okay? Because, like, immediately I felt like I crossed my legs. I'm sitting up straight, and I just feel like there's, like, I don't know, sassy Gamian energy. Also, I apologize for the lighting situation. It got really dark in here, and I'm figuring my technology out right now. So, but the two orbs, you're not seeing ghosties. That's just kind of what's going on here. But yeah, I'm getting kind of, for some reason, sassy Gamian energy, and I don't really know what that means. I don't know if that's your energy. I don't know if that's this person. There's just kind of like a I'm trying to see if Chris is right about this situation. Like, you're kind of like, what's the tea? What's going on? So maybe you're kind of like, trying to figure this person out. This kind of has a little bit of Gossip Girl energy, okay? We've got triggers, name, car, place. Ooh. Maybe you're trying to figure out, like, what happened with this person. Maybe there was, like, a scandal of some kind, but, like, what triggered this person to do something? I feel like you're trying to figure out information about this person. Like, it's kind of like, not like invading energy, but I definitely feel like there's this energy of, like, I gotta figure out why are they doing what they're doing. Okay. We've also got third party. Okay, so maybe they're dating somebody right now and you're trying to figure out, like, does this person like me instead? Does he actually like his partner? Does she actually like her partner? Ooh. Okay, so maybe, again, there's definitely some, like, queer energy here. Alright, I'm just, like, sitting here like, girl, like, cleansing, meditation, clearing space, avoiding, or removing negativity and grip, anchors chain way down. Yeah, y'all, whoever's, like, reading this pile, you guys gotta chill, okay? I just want to let you know, alright, one of my boundaries as a tarot reader is, I'm channeling messages for the highest good of all living beings, and tarot I use as a tool to help people. I am not the type of tarot reader that's here to just give you tea just because you're nosy and you want information on somebody. So remove that negative energy right now. I'm just gonna clear that out of this reading right now and just say, hey, you're not gonna get the information that you're looking for from this reading, okay? Because I feel like with this person, whatever your situation with this person is, it's really not going to benefit you by getting the information of what's going on in their situation and whatever. It's kind of like I said, there's like this gossipy energy of, like, hey, like, okay, great. I as a reader have really great abilities, but with this third party situation, I feel like it's kind of not your business to know what's going on between you and, or this other person, and even you and them. Maybe you're trying to triangulate something, or maybe this person is like, hey, stop. I don't know, but I'm just kind of trusting their energy on this because they don't want you to know things about them. And with this cleansing energy, I feel like maybe something spiritually is blocking you from getting clarity about this. I don't know if maybe I've channeled misinformation towards you or other people have, but there's definitely kind of this energy of, like, this person is clearing your energy away. Okay, like, that's kind of the tea that's going on here, is this person's like, hey, no more of this drama. None. Goodbye. See a third party. You know what I mean? Like, this person is just being like, oh, you're the third party. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe there's something that you do that triggers them. With this grip, anchor weighs down. Yeah, there's something weighing the situation down that, like, you're trying to come in and scramble and try to figure this situationship out, or there's something about, like, with this weighed down energy, you're not recognizing. There's something about in your energy that you're not recognizing that's keeping you kind of stuck or stagnant, or there's like a weight that you're kind of not releasing in regards to this person. And I think that's why you're also kind of stuck on them, because it's not all just gossip and tea. Maybe you kind of use that as like a cover up for a deeper insecurity, or there's something about, like, maybe you see this person as really great and you're weighed down by something that's going on in your life, but it's kind of like spirit's just like, okay, so release it and give this person a rest already. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, like stop being a gossip, stop ruminating on this situation or these people, because it's not doing you any good, and it's negativity at this point. Okay? Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get some information about their thoughts and feelings towards you. Okay? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get that tea. Yeah, I feel like your energy's coming through way stronger than this other person's. So I'm just saying, like, right now, like, your energy's got to like back the f off. Okay, like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really coming at this from a place of positivity. And this person kind of knows it. And so they're kind of just being like, whoop, nope, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, so fear holds you back. Yeah, I feel like this person kind of knows that you're not living to your true. They feel like you're not living in your truth and you're not living up to your full potential. With this fear holds you back. There's something about the way they think about you is maybe they used to be afraid of you or something you'd say, or there's like kind of this energy of like you're very fearful and you try to get control by needing to know everything or trying to get involved in things that you don't deserve to know about. So for example, it's kind of like, oh hey, I'm going to use tarot cards to ask about this person, you know, because I think they're interesting and I want to, like, they seem very mysterious, so I'm going to go and pull information from their energy, and you're going to pull and pull and pull, and it's kind of like, what are you afraid of? Like, why do you need to ask about this person? like I'm literally sitting here thinking to myself, like, why on earth would you want a reading about this person? And then the answer is like, because I'm nosy. And it's like, no, you see something in this person, and fear is holding you back from what's causing them to move forward and not what you're moving forward from. So just kind of like this person, I feel like this person that you're checking in on doesn't really like that kind of energy. And so maybe they're sending this energy back to you and it's kind of backfiring. With this, no matter what, you're loved so much by the universe. Yeah, I feel like this person, maybe they're not as mysterious as you think. And I think maybe they're just like protected by the universe. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you guys received some karma for something that you weren't fully aware of that you did. I think it was kind of innocent karma, nothing bad, but like the message here is like this person's just like, you're loved by the universe. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Why are you asking about me? Why are you talking shit? Why are you like, I don't know. Like there's kind of just like this energy of this person like don't pull at my energy anymore. Good grief. Your truth lies in the whispers of your soul. Seek around and you'll see. Yeah, like this man, I don't know is this person like a tarot reader? Is this a person who like is very spiritual, or like, I don't know. This is just a person that doesn't like is just very like mind your business. Your truth lies in the whispers of your souls. Look around and you'll see. Yeah, they're kind of like, hey, I know you want to know about what's going on between me and my person, but like you're not seeing what's going on in your own life, and that's why you're focused on me so much. We've got think rationally. Yeah, they're trying to be like, hey, look, maybe we had a relationship in the past. Okay, maybe we were friends, maybe we were close. But there's something about like your behavior right now that like you're not being rational. It's kind of like, okay, why am I stuck on a person that was talking to like 10 years ago? You know what I mean? Like why are we still bringing up this old stuff, you know, that happened when it's like, oh my god, a whole pandemic happened, a whole whatever happened. Like, get over it. You know what I mean? Like this person is I feel like this person's energy is just like not taking this kind of energy. And with the think rationally, I feel like this person is kind of encouraging you to be like, think smarter, not harder. And don't be so like judgmental towards others that you don't fully get their story. I think you're just here for the story, right? And I get it's entertaining, and tarot can be entertaining, but like there's kind of like a release that needs to happen where you can kind of be like, hey, maybe this isn't really practical for me, you know, because it's like tarot is a great tool to learn and grow. And, you know, I think it's okay to figure out like what someone's thoughts and feelings are for you to make a uniformed or an informed decision. But in this case, this isn't here to make a informed decision. This is just fear mongering and trying to create some chaos in someone else's life and energy and their business, you know, and they don't like that. Shadow work, yeah. So basically, I feel like this person has been working on their shadow self. They've been doing the work, and maybe you thought that this person was a certain kind of way in the past, but that's not who they are now. They've been working on themselves. So, like, maybe this used to be a friend of yours that you could gossip with, and then they said, "Hey, nah, nah, I'm not doing that anymore." And this is kind of a sign for you to do the same. Yeah, contemplation. I feel like this person does occasionally think about your relationship. I think they've been kind of thinking and reflecting on things. I feel like in general they've got positive energy towards you, but it feels really kind of they've just moved on, and you're kind of stuck in this old energy. And the reflection and contemplation they have about your past is kind of from a more mature place, or after the shadow work, they're kind of thinking, oh, maybe that didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. Forceful, yeah, they're thinking like you're trying way too hard. Like maybe you're trying to appear to be more smart than you are. Maybe you're trying to force a relationship with someone else or this person. Again, I'm seeing that kind of gossipy energy where it's kind of just being like, hey, like, this person went through some stuff. You know what I mean? And you trying to investigate, is this person gonna date me? Is kind of being like, they just went through hell. They just went through something traumatic. Or maybe they didn't, but like this is kind of just being like, dude, give them a break. Like leave them alone. Twin flame. There's something about like she's not your twin flame. You know what I mean? There's just kind of this energy of being like, hey, don't put these spiritual labels on this situation. Don't be like, I feel like there's something about like you're really lucky to have this person in your space and energy, and you're trying to pull this twin flame bullshit on them, and they're kind of just like, we don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of just being like, hey, think rationally, Like, not everything needs a spiritual title, and you're kind of hurting this person by pushing this spiritual narrative on this person. Maybe you're trying to figure out, is this person my twin flame? Does this person have a twin flame? Is this their twin flame? Blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like, who cares? It's their own journey. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. Yeah, I feel like this person, half of the reason why they're not contacting you is because they're just trying to make money. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to survive. I think that's kind of where their headspace is on. Is you're kind of, maybe you got some extra time on your hands. Maybe you've been kind of, I see like the big heart. You're kind of a little caught up in the romanticization of this relationship with this person, and you kind of need to maybe focus on your own hamster wheel for a little bit. Like this person doesn't hate you, but they don't like your vibe right now. I'm sorry, pile number 4. I get it, like gossip is juicy and all that stuff, but that shadow work, like Spirit's just trying to say, hey, work on yourself right now. It's okay. We're all human beings. We all like to be entertained, and sometimes focusing on a relationship is easier than working on ourselves, and that's okay. But think rationally, because tarot is here as a spiritual tool. Your energy does impact other people, and I know you're trying to hold back what you want to say, but no matter what, you're loved by the universe. And this person is not the same as the universe. They're a person. They're a living human being. And there's something about you gotta let go. Like, for some reason, my eye was drawn towards my bunny here. And, yeah, you gotta face your shadow side. Gossiping isn't okay. It spells. Your truth is more important than the narratives you're trying to spin to other people. And I know maybe you're trying to gang up on this person, or maybe you're trying to heal from this situation, but you're not going to do it this way. Sit back and think, reflect, get some wine with a friend and just kind of drink it off, or just, or, I don't normally recommend that, but like, seriously, y'all gotta just kind of let this go. Okay? Let it go. Fear's holding you back from where you actually need to go. And it's okay to move forward. Okay? It's you know, perfectly human to have a spiteful gremlin inside of you holding on to stuff, but like this has been going on way too long. Way too long, okay? Alright, anyways though guys, thank you so much for your time and energy. I appreciate you. If you want more information about this person and your relationship and messages from spirit, please make sure that you book a reading with me. My DMs are open. Check out the link in the description. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.